Welcome back to NewsMakers. We are with Paul Lonsdale, Dave Henderson and John McKenzie. Now, the rugby tomorrow at AMI Stadium. No, we're not flocking there, are we? At last report on Friday afternoon, only still 16,000 tickets have been sold. The Canterbury Rugby Union wanted to sell 22,000. The capacity at the moment is 26. We are not going to get anywhere near that. Why, Dave?
Are you going, mate?
Yes, maybe. Maybe. Are you going, Dave?
Look, yeah, I am actually. Someone gave me a ticket, so
there
I
you
couldn't
go. A
turn
freebie.
that down. In a good place. You know, look, the hard reality of it is Italy. It's not the most exciting game in the world, is it?
No.
You know, the stand is a bomb site, so it's not the most attractive place to be, is it, in that area? Everyone's probably anticipating, given it's been a cold winter so far, it's going to be very cold.
Yes.
And it's a tough economic time. I mean, all those things conspire to make it a difficult situation.
Should we call the game off?
No, we shouldn't call the game off, but we should have had a real rugby game here against perhaps one of the tests against France. Italy should be being played in Hamilton or New Plymouth or somewhere else, which would be just great for those areas, and those people would lap it up.
Kumara would have been a nice spot.
It would have been great at Kumara at the racetrack there. And the rugby union needs to understand commercial dynamics. You know, they're still living in the 60s. They think that this is just ingrained in our DNA, that we're just going to turn up at the stadium and just support it because it's the All Blacks. You know, it's a different world, and there's a lot of factors there that are conspiring to make this difficult. So,
all right. What about the Dunedin Stadium in the pipeline? A covered, brand spanking new stadium. Is this going to be a threat to Christchurch holding its test city status?
Absolutely. Well, no, OK. No, it won't. Christchurch will always be a test city status. But just briefly, I think the New Zealand Rugby Football Union need to look at themselves and look at the product they're delivering, which Dave's already alluded to. In the entertainment industry, that's what rugby is now. It's an entertainment package. It's not just a game of rugby for 80 minutes. It is a whole package. There's a lot of other things that people can spend their money on. Rather than giving us a bit of grief, they need to look at their own product and go, how good's their product?
Yeah.
How good's their product that we're putting out there for people to spend their entertainment money on? There's a lot of different things that they can do. Go to the movies, do other things. It is an entertainment product, and they need to look at how good their own product is, from how good the players are, from how good the packaging is around the product, to what's happening before, after, during the game. It needs to be sold as a product, and we're getting some grief for not fronting when they need to look at themselves and look at the product they're delivering for an entertainment space.
Look in the mirror. Very good. Paul?
Yeah, it is a concern, though, that they're, with these other venues popping up, though, obviously they will try and take some of that test rugby status off us, and that is a concern for our economy.
OK.
Dunedin is a great place to go and watch rugby. To have a test, I mean, it's wicked.
But there's
How disloyal, John.
I know. Well,
Really?
it is. It's a fantastic place to go and watch a rugby test.
Yeah, OK. Just a quickie on smoke-free parks. I think this is such a visionary idea, but I think it's lacking. I think we need fizzy-free signs put up on parks, because we can't have, role modelling of adults eating or drinking confectionery or Coca-Cola. What is this doing to the children? I mean, really.
Isn't it nuts, isn't it?
You think so?
Oh, it's just childish, isn't it, I mean, the trouble is we now have huge organisations, government organisations, focused on things like smoking, and these people are obliged to come up with new and crazy ideas. They've got to justify their existence. Okay. And this is yet another one. It's nuts.
Your thoughts, Paul?
silly.
Really?
It's open space, and people have a right to choose. And if you take away the right to choose, well, then what else do you get into?
What do they get into, John?
Who would know? I'm thinking there was going to be specialised security cameras dedicated to park. There'll be an alert go out. Someone's smoking, and there'll be the smoke police come down. And yeah, just like actually, the rugby player that got caught with his French rugby player cameras, that sort of thing. But anyway, smoking. Oh well, I hate smoking. I don't know why you do it, but yeah, I think it's stupid. What next?
Do you really think the average child is perversely influenced by a passing stranger in the name of role modelling who happens to be smoking? Is it really that corrosive, the influence?
No, of course it's not.
I suppose like wearing flares. If you saw someone wearing flares, are you going to rush out and wear flares?
Yeah, but listen, they have to take some responsibility. Goodness me, life is tough. Growing up is tough, and if we're going to try and shelter everyone from every possible concern that's right, or issue, we're going to go nuts. We might as well not get out of bed in the morning.
Hollywood culled a number of people that are in movies smoking, but it's total different.
Yeah, they're stars.
They're stars.
Yes. All right, I've got about 30 seconds around the grounds for any heroes and villains of the week. The goodies, the baddies.
Hero for me, absolutely. Hayden Ralston getting selected to race in the Tour de France, massive. We as Kiwis don't understand how big the Tour de France is, so Hayden Ralston, it's going to be wicked. We're going to have 2 Kiwis on the start line for the Tour de France.
Yeah.
Tune in, it's going to be awesome. Villain for me is the French rugby team. Blunding the players out so fast, and the whole management of that process would happen around that player. Yeah, villains, French rugby team management.
OK, I've got about 10 seconds. Any other names to mention?
Steve Tew needs a clip around the
tune-up?
ear. Yeah, tune-up as well. And he's a villain for being such a dickhead about
Don't hold any punches.
his approach to selling tickets into the rugby test. So.
Yeah, look at his own patch.
And Paul totally agrees.
At the council for actually signing off the tram extension in
Yes.
Central City.
Two.
They're my heroes today.
Tram is all go. All right, now we'll get to the NewsMakers poll. Last week's question: do you support Canterbury University's Music Centre proposal for the Arts Centre? 41% yes, but 59% no. The prize winner, Jay Joyce. This week's question: Mayor Bob Parker is halfway through his first term in the city's top job. What word best describes his mayoralty to date? Choose a word. And if you do, you will be in to win this very nice hamper of goodies from Scarborough Fair Foods. You've got to also tell us the name of 2 coffee brands from Scarborough Fair Foods. So give us 2 coffee brands and a choice description for Bob's mayoralty to date. Send those details to us. And we've got Bob on the show Tuesday week for a one-on-one extensive interview about his performance to date. Thank you very much to Dave, Paul and John. Have a mighty weekend. Go the All Blacks. We'll see you next week. Good night.
Thanks, mate.